Hey guys, my name is Jesper Nissen, and in this video I'm going to take you through my on-page SEO process. And if you stick around after the introduction, I'll show you the exact optimization zones that I use in my on-page process. So the most important part is actually that you need a process that is repeatable. So you need a process or a standard operating procedure for doing on-page SEO, because otherwise you don't know what you're doing and you can't repeat your results. So the first thing that I did 10 or 12 years ago when I started doing on-page SEO and taking SEO seriously was actually making such a standard operating procedure. And to this day, we are using something similar to that. It's more advanced now, of course, and we have AI. We have tools like Yext and Schema Writer and other tools and Search Console and all of these platforms. But the basics remains the same, and that's what I'm going to show you in this video. So I have tried, as to the best of my knowledge, to match my workflow in Schema Writer. So if you use Schema Writer, this will be excellent for you. So let's get started. So to deliver an overview, the first thing, and it might be kind of like it's so basic that why am I even saying this, but you need to search in Google for your keyword. So let's go to Google. For example, if you want to rank for pest control Phoenix, Arizona, then what do you need to do? Well, you need to go to Google and you need to take a good look at what it is that Google is actually displaying to you. So now pest control Phoenix, Arizona is a local keyword because you have the service and then you have the city name. So of course they will be showing the 3-pack, and what you can see here is that Google, so now of course I'm searching from Denmark, but Google is actually very good at, because they're showing results from Phoenix, Arizona, United States. So they are very good at actually understanding that even though I'm searching from Denmark, I do want these localized results. So in this case, you have the ads, Google Ads here, and then you have the 3-pack, and you have people also ask, and then you have the blue results, and then you have more companies and videos and stuff. So what I'm looking for is, are there videos? Because if there are many videos, and there is actually a video 3-pack here, in this case, I would make a video. That's not related to on-page SEO. I'm just saying this is my process. If I'm trying to rank for something, if I do see a video carousel, a video 3-pack, I would make a video. Sometimes I also see an image carousel, and I actually see that down here. People also search for, and then, keywords down here. In this case, I would totally make sure to do image SEO also, because I see this image carousel. And then I would actually also be sure to notice what it is that I'm seeing up here. So now this is in Danish. So let me just translate. It says images, places. How do you translate that? It's websites for comparison of places, videos. So videos, news, and then only internet. So what it's saying to me is that images is a very important optimization factor for this particular keyword. So that's just something to take in and to take note of when you're doing on-page SEO. For this keyword, you need to actually take good care of optimizing your images. So to do image SEO, and also places here. So what places means, that's of course the Google Maps places, and that makes sense. There's nothing deep about that because I'm actually searching for a localized keyword, right? So yeah, I won't say anything more about that. So let's go back. So the next thing I would do is I would identify variants, entities, and related keywords. And in the next video, I'm going to show you how I exactly do that, because I'm using Schema Writer to do that. And then I would optimize the on-page zones. And once I'm done with that, I would make sure to mark up everything with schema that matches the above. Because the role of advanced schema that I'm building in Schema Writer is to reflect and mirror everything that I see on the page. So the role of advanced schema is not to keyword stuff. You need keywords, of course, because you need to describe what you're doing. It's not to do black hat keyword stuffing. The role of schema is to not confuse Google and to tell Google exactly what you're doing. And so if you use good on-page, and if you are using the optimization zones that I'm going to show you in the next slide, and if you have identified the various, and especially the entities and related keywords, but especially the entities, then this will also be put in the schema automatically when you use Schema Writer, so everything should be good. So let's go to the last slide of today. So what you are looking at here is that's the on-page zones that I'm using for on-page SEO optimization. So you might be saying, well, this is super duper old school and super duper basic. It is super duper old school and basic, but it does still work. So this is with regards to your keywords. So if you are trying to optimize for pest control Phoenix, Arizona, what I would do is I would copy these keywords and I would do like this. So this would be the URL, and then domainname.com. So this would be what the URL would look like. I'm making this page for on this domain for this service in this city. So that's how I do it, and I know that some people, they do like this. They make folders, and then they have, inside of the pest control folder, they have all the city names, and it's I just do it like this. Yeah, I think it's easier. I think Google totally understands this flat structure, and I really like that I can control the keywords inside, because I have pest-control-phoenix-Arizona. To me, this makes the most sense. It seems to be the most logical way of writing URLs. So of course, if you have built your page, which you in most cases would have built the page already, of course, do not change the URL to put the keywords in there. What I am saying is that the URL, the title, and the H1, these are the three most important zones to put the keyword in. But in most cases, you would have built the page already, so don't, of course, change the URL. It could cause bad things, of course. So, so after the URL, you have the title and the meta title, and then the meta description. And these guys here, the title and meta description, that's something that's typically done in an SEO plugin. So in the basic WordPress, if you're doing WordPress, in the basic WordPress installation, I don't think yet that you can actually edit the title and meta description for posts and pages. I think you actually need something like Yoast or Rank Math, Yoast or Rank Math, and SEO Press Pro. That's the one that I use, SEO Press Pro. That's what I prefer. And it's also something that I'm building into Schema Writer to be able to edit this. It's going to be automated, but still. But the title and meta title is going to be in the head section of the HTML part. And then what comes next is, of course, the H1, H2, and H3. And it's super duper important that you put your keyword as far to the left, as far to the beginning of the sentence, especially in the H1, and also the title. And so there is one thing that Google uses as a score for their understanding of what it is that you're writing. It's something called the salience score. Let's go to Google and search for what is salience score. The salience score of an entity provides information about the importance or centrality of that entity to the entire document text. So, and this is a score between 0 and 1. And we used to actually be able to have a demo on the Google Cloud website. So we can actually put in a text, and then they can measure the salience score. And the higher the salience score is, the easier it is for Google to actually understand what it is that you're writing. So my theory is that what we see in testing is that the more to the beginning of the sentence, that you put your keyword, the higher the rankings that you actually get. So it seems to be a ranking factor that your keyword is at the beginning. I think this is because the salience will be higher because you're using natural language you're using natural language to explain to Google that what the entity is about. So you're trying to rank for a keyword or entity, and so if you put the entity or the keyword in the beginning of the sentence, Google will have an easier time to understand what it is that you're talking about. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. But anyway, keyword H1, H2, H3. First paragraph also is just, I don't have a measure for how many times you need to put your keyword, because that depends on the competition, that depends on how long your text is. But I do know that you do need to put the keyword in the first paragraph somewhere, preferably in the beginning. You also need to put the keyword in the alt text of the first image. And as an additional thing that you can do is that you need to put the keyword in the first image URL. And when I'm saying the image URL, I'm talking about when you create an image like this, for example. So let's say that you have an image called this: pest control Phoenix Arizona.jpg. So this will be the image name that you then upload to WordPress, and then this will be a part of the URL. So that's what I mean when I'm talking about the keyword in the first image URL. So by doing this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's actually 10 zones. So by doing this alone, by inserting the keyword, if you didn't do it already, in these 10 zones, you will see positive movements by doing just this. I see it almost every time that I do it. I actually see it every time that I do this. And it may sound like, well, is it really so? It is really so. You have to think of Google like a sorting machine. So Google is trying to sort all of the web pages into categories, and then they're trying to sort what do they need to show first. And if you tell Google and you explain Google in the URL, the title, and all of these places that this is what your page is about, this is the keyword, and also entities and variants, but that's in the coming videos. But now we're talking about the keyword only. Then Google will have an easier time to understand what it is that you mean with your website and your service pages. So this was the video for the on-page zones that I use, and in the coming videos I will talk about the entity zones that I use. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.